Good morning. Good morning. Sunrise. The sunrise sky. I'm up early. It's not going to be sunrise for about 20 minutes. I'm up. Oh, the skunk. Goodness, I wish my husband would trap that thing. Wish he would. Look at that hot pink sky. I wish you guys could see it through my eyes. I'm trying, but it is hot pink. It's hot pink. My alarm went off this morning, and so I got up to go to the bathroom. Charlotte was up in the bathroom also. She says, "Mom, look, I get to watch the sunset." And I was like, "Girl, you've been asleep. This is the sunrise." I asked her if she wanted to come take a walk with me. She says, "No, Mommy, I'm really tired. I'm going to go back to sleep." I said, okay. So I got up. Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty. It's worth a walk today. Look at that. We'll see how it changes. I don't know. Okay, so yesterday, I decided to try pound class again. You guys remember when I used to take those? Remember when I did like six pound classes in a week? Found out that was too much. My body did not like that. So, anyway, and it didn't even help me with my weight loss. I don't know what was going on. Probably wasn't eating enough, but anyway. Or was eating too much because I thought I could, and anyway, that's a whole nother topic for another day. Although I don't know what today's topic is. I was kind of going to talk about habits. It's on my mind because this walking has been a habit of mine. Yep. Except it hasn't. And so then this walking was a habit of mine, but it hasn't been. And so then that started getting me thinking about how habits are so hard to create, and yet they're so hard to continue sometimes, or they're so easy to break. And that has got me really frustrated. It's got me really frustrated. You know, I had a really interesting comment last night on my, I think it was last night, on my Transformation Tuesday post about somebody who's lost a lot of weight on WW, and she was asking me, I just read it briefly because I was headed out the door, but about, do I ever question whether I've truly changed? That's a deep question. Or will I have to, it wasn't Transformation Tuesday, it was on a Trail Talk with Tamara on YouTube. She made a comment. Maybe it was Window Wisdom, something like that. What? I don't even know. Girl, it's early. Comment was made. Got me started thinking about habits. What have my habits been? My habits had been walking. It hasn't been. It was because of a change in my environment. So my behaviors were affected. Which is frustrating because my thoughts are there and I want to make it happen, which is why I'm out here today. But my environment changed because Kevin went back to work and the sunrise is later and all these different things. And so I got to think about how now can I adjust my environment again to support the behavior. Because my thought is that I want to do it. So I've got to make it happen. But back to like habits. So just so easy to get out of this habit. And then I'll get to the thought that she asked me about. Do I feel like I've really changed? Or do I fear? Fear might not be the word she used. It's what I'm going to use. That I will have to be concerned about social hunger. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I had a YouTube episode released yesterday on my YouTube channel about social and habitual hunger. So habits so hard to start and so easy to let go. So easy to let go. And that's frustrating to me. And so, you know, it got me thinking about other habits. What are my other habits? Oh, it's just a bird. That I've been either practicing or that I've neglected. What are they? So I've been working a lot on my water this week. Awesome August. I want to win with my water. And I've been implementing that by making sure that I'm gonna roll. Okay, you're going to see I didn't do my hair this morning. I just rolled out of bed. I might not even have deodorant on. Okay. So, what was I talking about? Oh, habits. So what have they been? The water. I've been really focusing on this because I had gotten into a habit of consuming flavored water and water brewed with beans and thinking that I was getting enough. I wasn't. I mean, maybe really when you boil it all down, boil, beans, brew. When you boil it all down, maybe I was. But I really remember when I was taking Charlotte to school and I was working outside the home that I had like this, I wanted 64 ounces by noon. I would drink 32 ounces in the morning, like before I'd even get her to school. Before 8 o'clock, I had 32 ounces in me. And I've lost that habit. But you know what's funny is I don't even remember where I lost it at. Probably on March 13th when COVID-19 caused schools to close. But anyway, but it's just funny. It's like, I remember the habit. I remember where it was and I remember what I did, but I don't even remember where I lost it. So the nice thing is if you have been part of WW's summer series, What Happens in Your Body, the very first week they talked about neuroplasticity and the creating of new pathways. But the other thing is, I do find when it's a path you've walked before, mentally, habitually, you still know the route. Yeah, sure, it may change and you have to look on the path, okay, follow me, for obstacles, changes in that environment along that path and adapt to that. Maybe you have to step over a log, or maybe, I don't know, whatever. But maybe you have to cut out a few branches that have grown into that path. But the path is still there. And you just have to choose to walk down it and do the cleanup work to make the path a habit again. And then once you do, you trample down the path and it becomes your habit. So, but for me, I was just thinking about what were my habits and how I've let them slip. And then I was thinking about this and then I read that comment. And it was her own personal perspective. She said, S. Donaldson, by the way, just so you know. Yeah, I'm talking about you in your comment earlier on Instagram. She said she wonders if after all of this, if she's truly changed. Now, I'm not quoting her, but the comment's public. You could go read it if you wanted. And gosh, it got me thinking. It really did. It got me thinking about how for 4.5 years I have made changes. But do changes equal true change? No. Because the thing is the same chemistry, I guess, that I worked with. This is my opinion. The same chemistry I worked with that got me to weigh 355 pounds is still internal. The way I don't know if I will ever truly overcome. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, there's the sky. It actually looks prettier for you. It's not quite as bright orange for me. But I don't know if I will ever truly overcome that. Now let me explain, because like last night, I had my points. I had 4 left over. I very easily could have said, you're done eating for the day. Charlotte wanted to watch a movie. But before she wanted to watch the movie, I had already had a Built Bar because I was going to take pound class, which we'll talk about in a second also. So it's like, oh, I need some energy before I do the pound class. So I had a Built Bar. Now I have one Smart Point left. Okay, so after pound class, I finished that. And I was like, oh, Charlotte wanted some yogurt. Which is fine. Well, it looked good. So then I wanted some yogurt. So now I've used one weekly, which I actually don't have because I've used up all my weeklies already. And they don't roll over till Tuesday. It's that kind of week. So I had the yogurt. But the thing is that yogurt that I have, it was a caramel apple pie from Dan and Light and Fit. I like to put a little bit of Kevin's cereal on it. It's like Honey Bunches of Oats. You guys know what cereal I'm talking about? It's good. So anyway, so I put it on that a little bit, like a fourth of a cup. Well, now with the cereal, now I'm -3. Not negative, well, more -3. So I had that. Okay, so we have all this, and I'm cleaning up in the kitchen from dinner, putting things away, and she wants to play a game on her tablet. I said, no, let's not do that. So let's turn that off and let's sit together and let's watch a movie. Kevin was running some not personal errands, but some errands. They sound funny if I say personal errands, but it was like he was helping with some things in our congregation last night. So he was occupied out of the house. So excuse me. So anyway, so I said, let's watch a movie. So we watched Ugly Dolls. Have you guys ever seen that? At first it didn't really sit well with me because Lou in the movie has a bad attitude, thinking he's all that, telling everybody they're ugly and not perfect. But I think in the end, the movie brings it around, and that mentality gets worked out, and you realize, well, Lou, he said on demo mode. Anyway. So we watch that, but what do you do when you watch a movie? You eat popcorn. I did not have points for popcorn. And I could have made a skinny pop, and I could have probably maintained my blue dot, but she wanted Pop Secret home style with butter. And I had it too. I did. And it's okay. It's just the whole scenario, this whole summer, this whole really last 5 months with COVID-19 has really made me consider, have I really changed? Have I truly changed, or have I just been making changes? And it's really something I want to think about. I want to make peace with, because I think once you settle how you feel about it, you can move on. And for me, acknowledging, I want to slow down, acknowledging that I may be never truly changed, and that instead I just change my habits, and then that is where my success comes from. I just might need to draw that conclusion and sit on it. And I've had this discussion with some of my friends about how they had to realize that weight loss is not something you fix quickly. It may never truly be something you fix, because really, it may be something you have to deal with for the rest of your life. I was going to say something like, you can never truly fix it, because aren't we meant to be broken? Like, isn't the beauty in the fact that each of us are chipped and cracked in our own way, and yet despite it, we are better and we are stronger, and then we are reinforced by our habits and our environment and those we love and our beliefs. And anyway, we could get all into some deep spiritual discussion about that, but this isn't really the right platform for that discussion. But anyway, so to Sheila, I know it's not Sheila, I know it's Sheila, to S. Donaldson. Yes, I don't think there will ever be a time when I don't have to think about the impact of social hunger. Because even though I released that window wisdom, I got a really warm breeze off of something. It's not warm anymore. It's like I just walked through this thermal wind. Because even though I just released that, and I just talked about that recently, I fell prey or victim, or I allowed my habitual hunger last night to be my decision. It happens. It happens. This journey's not perfect. I have to realize that. And so last night I posted a face-to-face Friday. And I needed to remember that. Now in that picture, I am 6 months pregnant with Charlotte. And anyway, but it was blue, and so it matched the shirt I was wearing, and it just looks good together in the picture. But I needed to remind myself of the changes I have made and who I am. Because last night, let's talk about pound. I want to get off the subject, so I feel like I'm talking in circles. Last night I took a pound class. I haven't been taking them because the lady who was leading them, she's been doing them in a park. So I'm not going and working out in a group in that park setting a half an hour away on a Monday night when I could be home with my family. It just seems to me, for me, the distance, that sort of thing, unnecessary and a variable I don't want to introduce into my life right now. So she was teaching she was leading a master class of pound. It was free online, so I get in it. And I'm thinking, okay, I am strong. I've done this before. I used to do these 6 times a week. For a week I did. About killed myself. I'm going to try this, and I haven't done it in maybe 6 weeks, 2 months. And I can feel it. I think that is what triggered this thought process about habits. Because how hard it is to get our body in shape. What we feel like is in shape. I don't mean like a round shape or hourglass shape. I just mean like fit, where we feel fit and strong. How hard it is to establish that, and how easy it is in just a matter of weeks to like lose your ground. And so in small group yesterday, we were talking about the E in awesome. One of the girls talked about how you have to stop thinking about what you think your body should be doing, or what your body used to do. And I thought, yeah, I don't think she knew when she made that statement. I know she made it regarding her own personal fitness journey, but I don't think she realized the impact those words have on me and are relevant to me right now. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate it because it helped me. So anyway, here we are. Trail Talk with Tamara. There's the trail. There's Tamara. I just did a lot of talking. So I think to sum it up, motivation is what gets you started. Habits are what keep you going. Sometimes you have to find the motivation again to get the habit going. That's where I'm at. So here I am. I'm out here today. I'm getting my walk in with you. We've got about a mile. If you've been walking with me, I hope you walk with me. Whether it's marching in place, or it's actually out there on your gravel, grinding your gravel or pounding your pavement, I hope you walk with me. I hope you talk with me. Although maybe not where other people could hear you. Although you could respond to me while you're walking. It would just seem like you're on a phone call. Yeah. So, anyway, I don't know what my Saturday holds. We have some volunteer work this morning. I have a ton of veggies. I have so many tomatoes from the garden Zucchini. I got to figure out what to do with them. I got to figure it out fast. And then I got pears on my tree ripening. It's just like summer bounty. So, all right, out of respect for your time and your day, I'm not going to keep this talk going because we're at the 20-minute mark. So I thought I'd give you a little peek of the sunrise. And maybe I'll catch the sun later. But for right now, I'm going to go. I'm going to wish you the best Saturday you've had in a long time. And remember, you've got goals. We both do. Go get them. Bye, guys.